also go by the name Coach. Um, so today I decided to speak on a post that I saw on Instagram about a week ago, and so the post basically was talking about. Let's see here. The post was talking about watch me lose 90 pounds in 9 months without cardio, and it showed a lady that you know, we would regard as overweight, and she kind of showed her transformation in that video while she was doing leg press with those leg machines. I'm not big on those machines, so yeah. But yeah, and so I said I would make a video speaking on that because I know a lot of people would probably think that's ridiculous, and with how a lot of things are going and with this fitness industry, a lot of people are being misled, or they hear one thing, they run with it, and they cut everything else out and think everything else is BS. So yeah, my opinionated facts. A friend of mine laughed because I mentioned that in my Instagram story post that I'm gonna say my opinionated facts. But yeah. So you can absolutely lose 90 pounds in 9 months without doing cardio. That's not what you call it. That's a no-brainer, really, if you really understand this whole process. So, yeah. So, let me start by saying cardio is important, right? It is very, very important. And as much as you will hear a lot of people say do strength training and cardio, yes, they vitally are important together. But your goals are not unattainable if you don't do cardio, like this person has shown. I don't know personally if it's 100% real. I don't know if it's true or not. But from what I know, from my experience, you can absolutely lose a lot of weight without doing cardio. Okay, so let me touch on losing weight without cardio, right? Cardio is, as it suggests, it's geared towards heart health, really, right? It's helping to make sure that you are able to function effectively with your heart being healthy, because cardiac muscle is your heart. So cardio gets very in touch, and that's why you see that heartbeat when you're doing cardio, because it shows how fast your heart is beating, because it's the main component of your body that is being targeted. So doing cardio really does benefit you health-wise, right? And for example, if you are, say, a sprinter, right? Let me use this example. If you're a sprinter, right, your body's used to you going into a lot of high-intensity training. And if your exercise routine does not constitute relaxation apart from when you're sleeping, you are going to be overstressing your heart, overstimulating your heart, and your heart may not adapt to that kind of training very well. So over time, you could end up having a heart attack. You could end up having certain other heart problems that you've heard. Some athletes die from cardiac arrest. Some athletes, they just passed away. And you're like, these people are athletes. How is it that they die from heart problems when training helps in health and fitness and helps to train the body to, function effectively. It's simple. There's an imbalance in the training. And if you keep doing high intensity stuff and not downplaying it with lower intensity stuff to balance out your heart rhythm, to get it calm faster so you can go back and do the high intensity again, then we're going to eventually run into some problems, right? Just like you probably gaining excessive weight in 30 years and you wanting to lose it all in 6 months. It just doesn't work. You're not going to adapt fast enough to get the results that you want. You have to give yourself time. So if you don't give your heart time to recover from high intensity, then those days are going to catch up on you and your heart is going to be in stress mode. And you don't want your heart to be in stress mode because that's detrimental to your heart, to your overall health, right? So when you're training, it's good to combine weight training and cardio, because cardio is depending on the cardio. Cardio is kind of a relaxing mechanism to weight training. So during weight training, you'll stress your muscles a lot. This is because weight training is kind of like a high intensity type of training. Again, it depends on how you do it, but it's kind of like a high intensity training, because when you do weight training, your muscles tend to contract a lot. Your muscles are overloaded a lot. And so what cardio does is it calms those muscles down. So let's say you do some heavy squats, right? You do some heavy squats. Let's say you do 5 sets of 8, right? Rest time in between that, maybe 2 to 4 minutes, right? When you're done doing those heavy squats, you're gonna get lightheaded, depending on how fit you are, depending on the weight that you're using. You might get lightheaded, right? You might feel like you're gonna pass out, right? Now, right after you do those heavy squats, if you should go do some heavy bench press, you will find that you probably are not going to be able to do another 5 sets of 8 on a bench press, because your body's not recovered to handle that stress after the squats. But if you go for a walk on the treadmill for say 10 minutes, you would realize the heart rate that you had while you were doing the heavy squats, it's completely different from what you're currently doing on the treadmill. That's because that cardio helps to calm down your heart rate. It calms down your heart rate. So instead of now your heart rate is high and your body is being highly stressed, your body is now relaxed, right? And so that's one way of where cardio counteracts high intensity exercise. It doesn't really diminish the benefits you get from high intensity. It can, and maybe in another video some other time down the line I'll talk about that. But for the most part, doing a certain amount of cardio does not affect strength training and the results. It actually improves it because it helps with the recovery. Again, it depends on the kind of cardio and it depends on the program you follow. Right? This is not just setting something. Everything depends on what you're doing. Yes, it's not complicated, and that's why a lot of times you guys need to get a coach, because doing it on your own, you might think, oh, I see this person do this, and so I'm just going to do it. Yeah, it will work, but it will work to a certain extent, because you and your body is different from this person and their body. So what works for that person, it works for you to a point. But if you want a 100% effective connection all the time, then you kind of want to get something that is specifically tailored to you and your body type. Lifting weights, like I said, you can lose that pound. And also lifting weights, you can lift weights in a way that you're doing cardio. And that's one thing people never really tell you. You don't have to just do cardio to do cardio. You can lift weights and it's being considered as cardio. So this person that, like I said, if this video is true, this person could have done cardio, but not the typical cardio, not the typical treadmill walk, not the typical stairmaster walk, not the typical elliptical, not the typical cycling, not the typical hiking. Those cardio things that people so know. So she may not have done that, but she did do cardio. Or I don't know if she did. She probably did. But I'm saying there's other ways of doing cardio that you can say you didn't do cardio. And also, like I said, the way she trains is a high chance that, for example, you doing your superset, right? You're doing your superset. Do you know that depending on the weight you're doing, the rest time that you're doing with that superset, it can be categorized as cardio and strength training at the same time. So don't get it twisted. You can lift weights and do cardio in the same session. I never really heard these things being talked about, but I'm telling you, it happens, right? When you get a lightweight and you say you do like, let's say you do 3 sets of 15 to 25 reps. Lightweight, which means you're going to be using less rest time, right? Say, for example, you're doing light weights. Say, for example, you were doing bench press with 55-pound dumbbells on each side, and you were only able to get 8 to 12 reps on each set. If you should put those 50-pound dumbbells down and get 25-pound dumbbells and do 25 reps with 1 minute rest in between, that is considered like endurance type training. What is endurance type training? Endurance type training is considered as cardio. It is considered as cardio. So if you do 25 reps, a couple sets with low rest time, you are getting cardio in. It's just not really talked about. So if I'm gonna respond to this post by this lady, that she didn't do any cardio, but she lost 90 pounds in 9 months. Those are things that I, as a coach, would consider that this person did. And she may not have done it for her to lose that much pound, but I'm just saying, you can still lose this pound without doing cardio, but you're still doing cardio. Because when you're lifting weights, your heart is not out of the picture. Your heart is still in the picture. Your heart is still in the picture. So essentially, you lifting weights, you are still doing cardio. So don't put cardio in a box of jogging, running, stairmaster, walking, biking. Don't put cardio in a box. Your heart is working with everything you do. Everything you do involves your heart in some way, shape, or form. The level of intensity that is being done at, your heart shows you that your heart is working all the time, even when you're sleeping, even when you're resting, right? So yeah, she absolutely can lose weight without doing cardio. is what you consider cardio is running, jogging, sprinting, stairmaster, bicycling, rowing, all that stuff. Right? So I hope this helps to put things in a little bit more perspective. I mean, I hope this puts things into perspective. And yeah, if you have any questions, you have any comments, please drop them in the comment section, and I will answer in the comments, or I'll make a video answering each of the comments. And me making my videos, I try to keep my videos at 10 minutes long. This is probably going to be one of my longest yet that I talk, but I think I uploaded a couple training videos that is a little bit longer. But I'm going to keep my videos short because I like short and spicy. When I train, I try to keep my training high intensity, which means less time, still high effective work. But at the end of the day, like I said, you still need that lower intensity to make sure your body is able to recover and relax. Like yoga that I've posted a couple videos about. So if you haven't yet, please check this out. Drop your comments, questions in the comment section, so I know where your head is at. Even if you see me not looking at the camera, it's because I'm getting used to looking into the lens. Like I saw somebody said on YouTube, be looking to the lens and not on the screen. You will be looking directly. I will be looking directly in your eyes when I look in the lens like this, as opposed to when I look on the camera screen to see my own self in the lens on the camera screen. Again, it's Coach. Peace out. Remember, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned, because I'll be dropping more contents.